is Beth Sperski, 102 Stewart Lane, Kansas, Pennsylvania. Did everybody hear that, or do I have to repeat it? I just wanted to speak to the school board about the transfers that were denied and the school transfer eligibility rule for sports. I think the school board should have taken into consideration other reasons listed for transfers, and I know they may have been presented in a different way, but there's a variety of good reasons besides sports that were in there. More academic and social opportunities, continuing education, closer to doctor's appointments, and the students are happy there. My understanding is that none of the requests were for sports only. And if that was the case, I could see why they were denied. But I think the other reasons should have been looked at. Some wouldn't even have had sports on there, except there was a specific question that asked that. If the board was worried about the students not being able to play sports, then perhaps they should have contacted the parents and gave them the option to rescind the transfer request, or say they would still like to go on with it, because there are some kids that, in order to stay at the school they're in, they would be willing to give up sports for a year. Teen years are tough enough with all the physical and emotional changes, with all being moved from one school to another every couple years. I really had no preference whether Arlington stayed open or not to begin with. But since my kids have been attending Fort City, they're more active in school activities, their grades are better, they're not missing as much school for doctor's appointments, and on to the sports eligibility. I contacted WPIAL and the PIAA about the transfer eligibility rule. I was told that the school board can waive this in certain instances. Since I've written this, I've talked to one of the school board members, and they said that they actually go by the school district rule, not by the WPIAL rule, because it was not very clear. And I understand why you have that rule, but I think these are very different circumstances. It's an exception to what would normally happen, because some of these kids just want to stay where they're at. And the transfer isn't to switch school, but to remain where they are, where they've already played sports. And you know, most studies show that Americans as a whole don't get enough exercise. I don't think you should take the love of sports away from the kids. Let them get their exercise with the sports they love. I'm just really hoping that the board will reconsider some of the transfers that were denied, and the fact that this is an exception rather than what would normally happen because of the extenuating circumstances. And it's something good for the kids to be involved in sports. And that's it.
Thank you.